So today I'm interviewing Miss Esperanza Nieto. So can you go ahead and introduce yourself?
My name is Esperanza Nieto. I'm Assistant Director of Admissions and Records at El Camino College.
Okay, awesome. So obviously we talked beforehand about some of the issues with AB 540 and DACA students. So I'm just going to ask you three simple questions, or fairly complex questions in that manner, that'll give us some clarification on how like the administrative perspective is applied to the AB 540 and DACA students. So, the first question: how do you define an AB 540 student and a DACA student? And then from there, what are some of the key differences and benefits that you have noticed due to this different classification, if there's any?
Okay, well, an AB 540 student is a student who cannot establish residency, either because, well, they cannot establish residency but has completed high school in California and got a high school diploma in the state of California. So that could be an undocumented student. It could be a student on a visa that does not preclude him from establishing residency, or it could be a U.S. citizen or permanent resident who left the state for whatever reason, usually to study somewhere else, and they come back and they have not established their residency again. So they would be eligible for AB 540 if they completed 3 years in a California high school and got a high school diploma. The DACA student is a student who was undocumented and applied for the deferred action that was offered, that is now being offered to students who came to the U.S. before the age of 17. So, those students, even though they don't qualify for residency, they will qualify for AB 540, and they may be eligible for financial aid.
And some of the benefits that you've noticed, like between a DACA and AB 540 student, would you say that they're any different, or do you see them as nearly identical in some aspects? Or
Well, AB 540 has benefited the undocumented students. The students that before the deferred action was allowed, it benefited a lot of students because we've had AB 540 since 2001. So even though it took a while for undocumented students to find out about it, once they found out about it, it has really helped them. Some of them have gone on to get their AA. Even though they weren't always eligible for financial aid or for the fee waiver, they paid those resident fees and they completed their AA. So that has definitely been a plus for them to be able to go on with their education. The DACA students have it a little easier because when they apply for the deferred action, they're given an employment authorization card and with a particular class. That class or that employment authorization will not necessarily allow them to become a resident, but as a DACA student, they can apply for AB 540. And if they're under DACA, they can apply for financial aid and maybe granted according to their economic need. So they have it a little better. I think they have, they can get more benefits from being a DACA student than an AB 540 student.